Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
God, I can barely breathe in this thing. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. I tried to hold out as long as I could, but I was about to pass out in this thing. Good old Mike Myers. Thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. Welcome to the Friday night live stream right before Halloween, actually, for early this coming week, guys. It's great to be on here with you. And shout outs to my boy Mike. I thought he kind of took me out right before the stream start right there and decided to kind of take over the stream just a bit. But you know, it is what it is. So being that you guys are here, I am glad to be here with you right now. Thanks so much for jumping on. Give me the thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. Good old Mike was doing his due. So I'm going to be watching a Halloween movie after the stream tonight. So I can't wait to do that. Usually the ritual for a few days before, you know what it is. But I wanted to do a little bit of fun stuff right in the very beginning, naturally. And I noticed right away as well, Buzz7332 jumped in with that super chat donation. I broke character real quick just to point up to it there. But shout outs to you, Buzz. I appreciate that. Happy Friday, the last Friday before Halloween, watching a movie that Ian might enjoy. Halloween from '78. That's probably what I'm going to be watching tonight. The first two, I think. Maybe Halloween 1 and 2. because they take place the same night way back in the early 80s. So great to be on here with you again. We've got a couple of reviews to do tonight. I can't wait to do that with you guys. And one of them I've been waiting a while to do, actually. So it's going to be fun. And then the second one will be something kind of fun that I don't think I've done before. So we'll have some fun with that as well. Let me jump up here in the chat and see who we've got in effect here. The Wheat Greatness, what's going on? And shout outs to you. I keep forgetting to pin my comment in the very beginning to the very top. So thank you so much for reminding me to do that. You'll find all the details of goodness there that I have. So people who are watching this on the replay will be able to access that right away as well. So thank you so much for that, Wheat. I appreciate it. Tony Montana, what's going on? Lore, I'm doing okay, Getting ready for the holiday naturally this coming week. Let's see here. Russ Myers in effect as well. Randy Molina, Destructinator 7, Spice Squad, Foodie86, Sticker Collecting, what's going on? Great to see you as well. Lord Darkside, Richard Ashley, what's up, B&K? Halloween coming shortly. I can't wait. It's pretty much Halloween all year round as far as I'm concerned. They just officially announce it for, obviously the fall and into October. But I love Halloween every single year. I'm always a big fan of horror and all that stuff as well. Larry Nguyen, have you heard of a place called Dirt Dog? Yes, I have. I've reviewed there in the past as well. Good stuff there across the board. Do a quick search. You'll find some goodies there, without a doubt. Let's see here. Randy Molina's in effect. Laura saying, will Mommy Peep be watching the stream? Not tonight. I'm actually having a little trouble getting in touch with her. So I have to actually see what's going on there. But naturally, I don't think she's going to be watching the stream tonight there. I could be wrong, but we'll have to see there. Let's see here. Kyle Broussard's in effect. In Drew's words, it's a Friday situation. Yes, it is. Great to see you guys on here. Let's see here. Going down the line. Michael Domayer, what it do? Shout outs to you there, my friend. Thanks so much for jumping on. Matt Dummett as well. What's going on? Sup to you. Wheat Greatness, tomorrow is your birthday. So on the 28th, without a doubt, since I don't know your real name because that's your avatar here, I'm just going to simply say, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to the Wheat Greatness. You know who you are. Happy birthday to you. Very cool. Another 365 days coming your way around the sun. Make it the best yet. Every single year should be always surpassing the previous year. But shout outs to you there. Do have cake, naturally, and enjoy yourself. So shout outs to you, Wheat. Let's see. Connor Brown, hope you're staying frosty. Trying to, actually. I've actually been kind of trapped in my place here the last couple of days. They're doing a major project on these condominiums right next door to me. They're putting up all these new storm drain filtration things because they're getting ready for El Nino that's going to be hitting our area here. It's expected to dump literally a couple of weeks worth of rain consecutively, really consecutively. So we've had ladders in the driveway. We've had trucks. We've got them cutting metal in the front of our place here. I got up super early in the morning to go wash my car today and to do a bunch of things I needed to take care of quickly in the morning. Only to come back and find out they were getting themselves set up today. So fortunately, I had a lot of my content created, or I should say filmed already. The last couple of days, I've actually been inundated just trying to film as much as I can. So that way I can pretty much have a little bit more freedom this coming week for things that I have coming up. So I've been incognito a little bit, but everything is done. Got everything I needed naturally there, and you're going to start to see the fruits of those labors coming up in the week. And naturally, you'll have this stream available on Saturday, tomorrow, as well as the new content coming out that I have planned for Sunday. So good times there. But it's been very busy. They've been doing a lot of sawing and, like I said, putting up things and getting everything ready to go. So I've just been kind of stuck at the moment. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Funky Fresh in the house. What it do, everyone? What it do to you, Mr. Funky? Great to see you. I'm sure your partner in crime is right there as well. Let's see. Russ Myers in effect here as well. Nayray 255. Real Don John. Hope everyone is excited for tonight's review. We've got 2 of them, so I can't wait to do it for you. It's going to be fun. Let's see here. As we go further on down, we'll give people just a few more minutes here. Destructinator 7, can't believe spooky season is almost over. It feels like it just started. Actually, it is always year round. It's just the official acknowledgement by all of everybody else in the media to kind of put it out there. But celebrate it 24/7. But still, this is always the fun time because everyone's really into it. So that's cool. But I hear you. As of November 1st, that's when the depression for me sets in. But naturally, after next Friday, because I'm going to be taking next Friday off from streaming, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'll be able to kind of transfer and get everything behind me switched over to holiday mode. So we're going to be going right into the Christmas mode, even though it's going to be Thanksgiving first. You'll have the holiday mode jumping in there as well. I guess a couple of months time is fine. I pretty much did it with the Halloween stuff this year, like I do. So we'll jump into that. I appreciate the hearts jumping onto the screen here right now. Let me give you guys a solid 100 because you guys warm my heart greatly. So you guys are always keeping it 100 here in the chat. I greatly appreciate that. And I got to say, just because I'm right down to it right over here, with Buzz7332 shouting out in the chat with super chats here as well too. Should you guys wish to be like Buzz and contribute to the channel, guys, we have a new way to do that naturally. Aside from super chatting, which you'll find all the details down below and in the first pinned comment if you're watching this on the replay, we've also got channel memberships in effect, which you guys are signing up for. So watch for the beginning of November to have something put into my videos where it's going to be acknowledging all of that stuff, along with priority comment replies and a few other goodies coming your way. But naturally, we're trying to get to at least 30 plus if we can before the middle of next month. So if you guys are considering jumping in there for the tiers that we have here on the channel, of course, take a look at that. We have the lowest tier, which is $2.99, then it goes to $4.99, then to $9.99 for even bigger stuff, usually the bigger merch discounts, which, just so you guys know, there is a bunch of new refresh items that I've launched actually on the site, which I haven't put up a post yet, but watch for it this weekend. Aside from the goodies that I love to put out with my little symbol and the hats and stuff like that, my full hat lineup has been refreshed, taking out the Peep This Out Reviews logo and putting just this logo on there. So you'll find all of those listed in there. And then naturally with the discount codes here in the lobby, as well as the bigger ones that you'll find on the higher tiers. For you guys who really want to support the channel, and definitely a little goes a long way, that would be an amazing thing for you guys as well. And we can just keep the train moving along there. So take a look at all the details down below in the description box, the first pinned comment. And shout outs to Buzz7332 for being one of the leads with the promotion stuff there for the channel. Thank you so much, Buzz. I always greatly appreciate it. You already know. Not only will you guys find your names down below in the description box, but on screen as well, and immortalized in the chat. As long as the chat keeps moving, because sometimes it gets a little crazy. So fun stuff, and I can pick you guys out with the avatars next to your names, which is kind of cool. So very, very nice, which will change as time goes by. So take a look at that. I also put out a video on the channel here as well. You guys can get the full breakdown. Just click the join button, and of course, naturally, you'll find out a little video will auto play for you, and it'll explain all the goodies. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Let's see, Nestor Gates, what it do? We got a lot of people in here today. The chat is jumping. The Jostler is saying, Michael. Claw and Go, what it do as well? Great to see you. Great to see you. Jack Giles, or Robert Giles is in effect as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Let me shoot on down over here really quickly here. Jackie Hero, food reviews. Shout out, shout out, shout outs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You got the custom emojis in there, which we just unlocked a couple of extra ones. I'm going to be able to add more as more members are driving in or signing up, I should say. I have the ability to add more emojis. So you're seeing all of those available to you guys. Some of you guys are going to see it already. Really, really cool, I got to say. But yes, Spice Squad, your hat is vintage collector edition. Yes, it is. Those are still going to be there naturally, but the newer ones actually have a little bit of a larger logo on there, so maybe a little bit easier. This one's a little bit smaller, even though it sticks out on the black. But there's a few other things coming your way as well. So we got to give you a reason to use those discounts, right? So all that good stuff in there. Let's see here. Tulsa, what's going on? Hello, hello. Great to see you guys. Look at all this. Look at all of you guys. Zachary Belcher, what it do? What it do? The Belcherman's in the house. Happy Halloween, Peep. Keep it pushing. You know that's what we do. You got to keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Tony Montana, do you plan on seeing Saw X? Yes, I do. And I did an absolutely Five Nights at Freddy's, without a doubt. I want to check that out. I did check out Exorcist Believer. I think I may have mentioned last week, just kind of so-so on that one. It is what it is. I did watch the latest episode of Loki, which I highly recommend. That ending came out of nowhere, and I'm not going to say anything more with that, but I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Scott Messerschmidt, what it do? All right, so it looks like everything is caught up mostly. Michael Domayer was wondering how long I was going to be able to wear. Yes, I'm telling you, I was actually sitting like that while I was in the lobby with you guys typing away. And as I was breathing in, I was kind of feeling myself, man, I hope I don't pass out because I'm really feeling a little crazy right now. So let me see how long I can go and make it the uncomfortable silence on screen when I began. And then we'll go from there. So I think I got about 5 or 6 minutes in, give or take, in addition to the 5+ minutes that I was sitting doing the typing to you guys. It is what it is. Dungeon Deacon, Peep the Creep, you already know. Robert Giles, oh my God, it's Peep. Who knew? We thought Michael Myers took him out. And you know what it is. He was running a Subway to pick up that first Subway review. I know Funky Fresh is looking forward to that at some point. Yazzie, Family Vlogs, finally Friday Live. Thanks so much for being a part of the story tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, keep in mind when you subscribe to the channel, and of course, naturally, after doing that, when you hit the like button down below, you guys are going to be naturally down below here as well, too. Pretty much with the subscription and into the donations is there as well. But naturally, I'd love to see all of you guys get your name in lights, of course, down below in there. Ed Keaton, are you going to check out that movie Thanksgiving? Yes, absolutely. I believe that was a parody originally, but they made it into a full-blown movie. I think it's Eli Roth, I think, who's doing that one. So yes, I'm excited to check that one out there. You got to love a little Thanksgiving horror, and it's long overdue as far as I'm concerned. Larry Nguyen, is Dirt Dog in Pasadena closed permanently? I had no idea that they closed at all. That was where I did my review, actually, way back in the day. So, wow, I couldn't tell you. I haven't been down, actually, on Union Street where they're located in a minute. So I'm going to have to take a ride and check that out. We'll have to see. Real Don John, what is your favorite Halloween costume? Well, let me give you a little hint. This guy. This is one of the older ones. I know it has kind of the neck color on here. The one that I want to get, probably I'll do for next year, is actually a little bit closer to the original. It's all completely white. This is the Halloween 2 edition when I got this one here. So it's a little bit different. I've never really kind of liked this, but at the time that was all that I had available to get, and I needed something in a pinch. So I guess I could spray paint it at the same time. So it's cool. It gets the job done. It does have the essence of Michael Myers there. You can kind of see the William Shatner blank face in there as well. So, but I would like to get actually a little bit more closer next time there. I think it's time, you know, considering I've had that one for so long. Like literally it's been maybe like almost 20 years now. It's been a long time. This is like a vintage deal personally here from Trick or Treat Studios, the hair and everything. So I have to see about doing something with that as well too there. And of course with the overalls and stuff like that as well. Let's see. Real Don John, is that your Halloween costume? Most likely. Zachary Belcher, my brother lives incognito. Did you see him there? Good one. Good one, Zach. Let's see here. Going further on down. Drew. Yes, Ian's been busy setting up those Hostess Halloween displays box openings 101. Drew, you are too much, my friend. You are too much. Too much. Let's see here. Peep, are you watching the World Series? Actually, I am not. I haven't really been following, but I'm so glad that NBA season is finally in effect, and that's really where I'm at right now. And of course, football has been going on as well too there. I can't wait to see how that progresses further along as we get closer towards the end of the year, and then eventually into the new year, and of course, as Super Bowl rolls. You already know what it is. Let's see. Larry Nguyen just quit smoking, and it feels so much better. That is the way to go. Shout outs to you there, Larry. That's awesome. That is awesome. Great to hear. Your body will thank you for it. I'm telling you, that's awesome. Nere 255. I'm about to go into holiday mode. Yep. You know, I'm already seeing commercials on TV for the holidays already, and naturally going into the stores and places like that, they've already got their decorations up way in advance. It's out of control. It's out of control. Robert Giles, what do you think about the new Blink album? I just heard about that. They were kind of getting back together there for a little bit there. Tom DeLonge doing his big UFO thing on the side now, I guess, for a little while everything is kind of, you know, being what it is. They're getting back together as the band. So I haven't really seen or heard too much. I've just heard about them being together again for right now. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Contrail, what it do? Great to see you. Great to see you. Let's see here. Russ, I only smoke for holidays. So tough to quit come New Year's. But I'm telling you, as long as you're making the effort, and then eventually, if you keep falling off the wagon, so to speak, and going back, as it gets longer and longer in between those stretches, it'll be a little bit easier for you. I don't smoke personally. I don't smoke or drink. Occasionally social drinking, if anything there. So I can't relate that way. But I can imagine if it's a habit and you're used to it. I guess my addiction is Coke Zero, to be honest. I have my refrigerator is, you know, I went with my sister to Costco not that long ago, and I bought 35 cans and like the pallets that they have. And I decided as I was getting home there and I was putting some into the fridge, I was like, you know what? As I'm putting more and more in there, I'm like, this doesn't look like there's enough there. So I just decided to put the whole 35 can situation in there, and it's literally like 3/4 drinks, to be honest. So a little out of control with that. So good times, good times. Let's see. Drew's Food Reviews, a merch situation. Yes, I appreciate that. And also, just so you guys know, I actually logged into my Spring site to see what was happening there because I hadn't seen, I haven't logged in a little bit. And apparently you guys seem to be really liking my sticker. My die cut sticker has been going like crazy for what it is. And I was like, wow, that was something I just kind of threw together, which I like, don't get me wrong. But naturally with all the other things that are there, I'm like, the sticker seems to be the most popular thing there. And then of course I have the hats, the beanie hat, and a few other things there as well too there. I have a bandana for a pup, I think, which I think may have been something else because I know for some reason it's similar in terms of what it is. But you've got some things to look at there for sure. And there as well. Actually, I think that was Spreadshirt, that email that I got with that. But this out of the random blue, you know, I have some things everywhere, all over the internet. But my Spring site, you guys are digging the stickers, so I'm glad you like that. Make sure you use those codes to get those discounts, so that way it's even better for you. As well, Claw and Go is shooting out with my face all over the place here, and Stay Frosty all over the place. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Dom, 81, any plans for Halloween weekend? You know, I'd love to try and get over to Not Scary Farm for the 50th anniversary before it ends. My schedule has been kind of nutty the last few days, last few weeks, I should say. And it may be a little bit too late for that. I was kind of thinking I really wanted to do the 50th only because naturally I turned 50 this year, so I'd love to get some 50th anniversary merch. I may actually just get something maybe online if I can, just to have a collectible, if anything there. But I would love to check that out. I really would. Sonic Jet, where's your comments? You should be there. I see this one. Great to see you. Great to see you. Dungeon Deacon, man, I used to drink bourbon. Now I can't hang out in the bowling alley. Don't drink, y'all. That's awesome. That's awesome right there. Chevy 5-Speed, what's going on? Great to see you. Great to see you. TJ to God. Oh, yeah, I'm socially drinking 5 bourbons. There he goes. UFO, do you believe in aliens? Absolutely, I do. Absolutely. Outlaws Generation. Mike, what it do, man? Let's see. Hey, Ian, how you doing, man? I tried the truffed chicken sandwich and was very disappointed. I hope you have a happy Halloween. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. That was some good stuff when I tried that. I had a lot of fun checking that out there last week there for sure there. And happy Halloween to you as well, my friend. Hope everything is going well for you for sure. Drastic Actions, what it do? I remember Ben Dover, not Ben Cooper. It's terrible, terrible. But yes, Outlaws Generation, the truffed chicken sandwich there. You know, just real quick, just to get into that because it's at the top of my mind right when you said that. That's actually where we left off last week when I actually tried the spicy truffed chicken sandwich. A good situation. And of course, I had to roll back to try something else there. Now, naturally, I'm not going to redo all of the stuff I've already done there. I wanted to jump right to the big gun and do the spicy truff blackened bacon and cheese chicken sandwich. And just so you guys know, there's some Easter eggs in that video. I think I only saw one comment where somebody posted, I think at the 15-second mark, you know, did somebody see Pazuzu in the video? And yes, actually, he is all throughout that video. I wonder how many times he shows up. You guys should actually comment on that video. How many times do you see Pazuzu from The Exorcist flash on the screen in different places? I have it in different spots that pops. So you'll be able to kind of count them as you go. But how many? I mean, obviously I know. I'm not going to tell you because I put it there. So you guys should look at that video and comment down below. Maybe I'll do a little Halloween post with that one to see who actually guessed correctly the first time. Maybe we'll do something for Halloween special with that. But Pazuzu from The Exorcist makes a little appearance in the Spicy Truff Blackened. That was a Cheaters Cam video. A lot of fun going in on that one there for sure. Let's see, swung on back not that long after to try Truff's mac and cheese, of course, and a beautiful situation of what that was with that combination of the richness of mayo, the depth of black truffle, I believe winter black truffle, I think they called it, and red jalapenos in that as well. And mac and cheese, guys, that's like my OG right there, my all-time favorite, if not the all-time favorite comfort food. Delicious stuff. And my mom would make it pretty amazing. My sister makes a drop-dead delicious version of it. Definitely some delicious goodness right there, but naturally enhanced with truff sauce. I love it, love it, love it. And then from there, the little bit of the worst kept secret in terms of what was coming out from Pizza Hut there, but those were already getting done and prior getting ready for the launch of those naturally there. So you saw my trilogy, which ended today on that there, because the other stuff I've reviewed all pretty much for all versions of that naturally. The chocolate donut bites from Pizza Hut, guys, that is crazy delicious. They were very moist considering the amount of chocolate on the inside. So light crunchiness, crispness on the outside, and then you had the little bit of the doughy cake style on the inside, and then of course that little blast of the chocolate goodness there. I think it needed a little bit of chocolate sauce on the side to dip into, because some of them that I was having there naturally, I've had a couple since, they kind of lose a little bit of that, in the way that they're made, I guess, the way that they kind of inject them with chocolate. So some of them have a little bit more, some have a little bit less, but it's nice to have a little on the side. And then naturally adding the roasted garlic cheese sticks to that one as well. I was super excited to go in on that, because that was reminding me of the Italian cheese bread at Little Caesars. It's not quite the same, but it is very similar in terms of appearance, in terms of the way that it looks. Maybe a little bit thinner with this version. And then naturally with the bacon cheddar cheese version, just spoiler alert, that version was delicious. Freaking delicious with a side of ranch. A lovely situation. Mr. Funky Fresh, that should be on your radar. That was really, really tasty. So good times, a lot of really fun content this past week. And just kind of rounding out October as we're coming into the end of it naturally. I'll probably have something most likely on Halloween, I think, naturally. But of course, with November right around the corner, the holidays, we're going to be in that mode. It's going to be kind of fun going from there. And of course, all the fast food joints are going to be flipping the script and doing their holiday goodies as well too. So it should be a lot of fun with that as well. All right, so let me jump on down here real quick and see some goodness here. Spice Squad, I'm big on crunchiness. You'll dig those donut bites, because they had a nice little crunch when I bit into it, and then the cakiness was good, and the chocolate, it was really good. It kind of reminded me of those chocolate lava cakes I think I said in that video when I reviewed it. Very similar to that, just not as much chocolate, of course, but the powdered sugar on the outside, it was very, very tasty indeed. Ed Keaton, I just watched the original Exorcist today on DVD. You should be watching the unrated director's cut. There's some sequences in there that are not in the original one, with Regan pretty much coming down the steps backwards, kind of like the spider thing going down. There's a few other things in there which kind of flesh out a little bit more of the grossness, which was really good, but really pretty awesome movie. I think that one and Exorcist 3, those bookend beautifully together. The second movie was garbage. Don't even bother with that one. But Exorcist 3, definitely that should be a combo watch for you there. It's got some scary sequences, including one long hallway shot of a death that is just so crazy with a nurse. It scared the bejesus out of me when I saw it the first time. And there's some sequences in that one which are pretty raw. So that is an easy recommendation. If you're not going to do it tonight, make sure you do it sometime before Halloween. If not watching Halloween, of course, check out The Exorcist and then The Exorcist 3. That came out, I think, in either 90 or 91, but they bookend each other. They really are pretty good for what they are. Let's see. Nick, you should try some snacks out there. Would like to see your thoughts on some. I should actually build out some of my snack reviews. I do have a few on the channel. Usually it's like Cheetos popcorn or a few different things. But a lot of the other bigger projects, I'm always kind of like I'm involved with there. So whatever, if I have a little bit of time in between, I'll usually do something like that. I like doing the sodas, the drinks, the basic things. But I'll see about that. I'll see about trying to increase a little bit of that for you there. Jacob, the power of the peep compels you. The power of the peep compels you. Oh, I just hope I don't end up like the priest at the end of The Exorcist right over there. Not to spoil it for you, but the movie is, of course, like 50 years old. I mean, it came out roughly when I was born, I think. It's still pretty awesome. Klon Go, any new Masters of the Universe figures? There are a couple, but I'm planning that for the next time we come back in the holidays. There's 2 new ones, part of a newer line coming out, the cartoon collection, which you'll see. So yes, you'll have some more stuff coming. You'll have some more stuff coming. Let's see here, going on down. Any Halloween movies you recommend I should see? Well, naturally, the ones that we just talked about for sure. Evil Dead 1 and 2, of course, are always good. Any of the classics from way back in the early 80s that had that rawness to them there. The Fog, anything from John Carpenter, of course. Slumber Party Massacre. There's one. There's I Spit on Your Grave, which is another one, kind of a raw revenge type thing. It's got kind of an edgy one at the same time as well too there. The original Amityville Horror. Any of the more older styles, they just don't make them like they used to. They really don't. So I'm always a big fan of the classic 80s horror stuff because that's my childhood. So any of those from that era, I think you're going to like. Demons 1 and 2. High recommendation for you, Mike, without a doubt. Jacob, I Peep Pazuzu. Oh, and by the way, guys, the Manwich situation from last week that I made, a beautiful situation indeed. I had a few meals out of that can, believe it or not. It lasted a while, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I got to go back and get some more cans of that. So speaking of going back, I've got to get back into the kitchen to grab some of your goodies to review. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. Mars, no more bear sightings, at least that I've known. But I know my sister said that the bear did come back into the neighborhood where she's at there. So I haven't personally seen him since that night. But yes, craziness right there. Craziness, craziness. All right, guys, let me jump on over to grab the goodies here. Talk amongst yourselves here in the chat, and then we will get it going. Oh, yes, Trick or Treat is definitely an awesome movie as well, Klongo. I'm just seeing that right now. Absolutely. I love those type of movies, the anthologies where they all kind of come together. Really, really awesome on that one for sure. All right, so with that said, yes, Dario Argento, absolutely there. So, Suspiria is another one. There's some really good Argento horror that's out there. Zombie, I think maybe one. I think if there's another one too, that's like classic. Again, the 80s goodness there for sure. All right, guys, let me grab the goodies here. Talk amongst yourselves. I will definitely catch up with you guys in just a second here. And I'm seeing all these movies jumping in. Ed Keaton, you're right. American Werewolf in London. There's just too many to name. The Shining, good stuff. Even the miniseries from The Shining was good on TV. It was a little bit closer to the book, actually. I liked it. But the movie with Jack Nicholson is classic. You already know. All right. I'm pausing for station identification. You already know what it is. It's Peep This Out reviews here on YouTube. I'm going to grab the goodness here. Stand by, and I will be right back. Let's get the show on the road. Hang on. Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
All right, guys, we are back. We are back. We'll let the chat catch up here in just a second. Give it a second or two here. Other movies that you can check out naturally, I'm thinking of The Mist, Stephen King story, which is pretty good. Return of the Living Dead, without a doubt. Ghost Story, which is a 1983 movie, which is a really, really good movie, actually, about the Chowder Society, these older guys that get together, and something that happened years ago. I think we talked about that one Halloween as well, too. And a movie that we'll talk about for the holiday time, Better Watch Out, which I had a small part in doing my voiceover in there. Naturally, that'll be something for the holiday time because it's kind of a Christmas movie, even though it's a horror type of thing in a way. Let's see. There we go. Looks like we're jumping back in. Excellent, excellent. Hereditary. Yes, absolutely. That is a pretty awesome movie as well. Pretty scary goodness with that one for sure. Yeah, you guys already know what it is. It's just like, that's a loaded question, Mike. I'm telling you, there's a lot of movies and during Halloween that you need to be watching there. Deppy Slide, what's your favorite Creep Show segment? Wow, from the original Creep Show movie, probably Father's Day, the very first one. And which is really pretty haunting, as well as the one with Ted Danson with the with his, I guess, the woman that he was in love with, who was actually married to Leslie Nielsen, and then they come back from the dead to exact revenge. There's some good stuff there, which, by the way, guys, I'm halfway through season 4 of Creep Show, and it's probably the best season so far. I am really impressed. Naturally, as they go, they should be getting better because the budget's going up and the special effects are better. They weren't really a slouch to begin with already, but the new season is pretty awesome. Highly recommend you check out Creep Show on Shudder if you're not watching that. It's pretty good this year. I was looking forward to that. Favorite John Carpenter flick other than Halloween, of course, I'm probably going to say The Fog, even though I do love Escape from New York. That's actually a ringtone on my phone. So I do like the theme from Escape from New York. I'm a huge Kurt Russell fan anyway, and they've worked together so many years, making a lot of different movies, Big Trouble in Little China, a few others. So definitely The Fog, without a doubt, is awesome. I love a ghost story, a good ghost story like that. All right, so guys, it is time to get this going over here. And with the process of elimination, and I'm sure Drew is probably, I think I may have even seen him mentioning, he already knows what it is too there. And again, I can't wait to give this a go because this is going to be just for the fun Halloween aspect of it there. The granddaddy of them all, Count Chocula. Guys, I haven't had this in years, and this is really the OG when it comes to the monster cereals. I've done literally every single one of them at this point, with the exception of Fruit Brute, and I think there was a Yummy Mummy, which is not out this year. Those two didn't come out. So Blueberry we did in the past. Now we have all of this one to round it out as well. Count Chocula, along with the Monster Mash remix as well too. But guys, look how classic this character is. Count Chocula is legendary. So I already know this is going to be a banging situation. So it's my excuse to have a little bit of Halloween fun with you guys here on camera. And I'm excited to give this a shot. And judging by the thumbnail that you saw when you clicked on this, if you clicked on the replay, I think you know exactly how this is going to go down, I have a feeling, because it's perfect, I think, for Halloween. So whoever you're going to see in that thumbnail, if you're watching this live, you'll know exactly what it is when you see it, considering you just saw him. And I'm going to leave it at that. So good times for you guys to check out. All right. So before I give it the aroma test, I'll have you guys take a look on the inside. Again, we've got a nice bit of air on this one here. This was about maybe $4 or so for the box, and half of it is air. So literally, that's the amount of product that's in here. But as you can see, it looks like we've got that toasted corn goodness in there with the cocoa stuff, with the marshmallow bits. Oh yeah, classic kids cereal. The freeze-dried looking marshmallows. Yeah, it's got that fake cocoa smell. I mean, I think this is like, they say it's artificially flavored anyway. Chocolatey cereal with monster marshmallows. But you already know what it is. Enlarged to show texture, so obviously it's not going to be exact like that. But at the same time, you already know, guys. Count Chocula, you have to do this at least one time during the Halloween season. It doesn't matter, out of all the other cereals that are out there for Halloween, this is the king. They all do it well, and I reviewed a whole bunch of cereals all throughout the month. But Count Chocula, I should say, is king when it comes to Halloween goodness. So let's get this going, and we'll get this lit up here. So it's a nice amount of goodness there. And the marshmallows, I think they're supposed to be like little ghosts in there as well too there, I believe. It's probably not going to focus very well because of the lighting. Oh, there you go. All right, well, I guess it's supposed to be ghosts. And I guess the pink ones here, these are, I guess, bats. They're little freeze-dried little nibs of like texture. Honestly, they feel like kind of like crayon-y the way that they feel. It's kind of like dusty at the same time, but the same shape and the same mold as the Carmela Creeper cereal. They're using that same mold. This one's obviously cocoa and not green, but you know, it is what it is. So a nice little bowl of goodness with this one here. Let's get this going, and let me set this up. Let's see. You wouldn't count Chocula at Christmas. I would count Chocula year-round if they made it. But naturally, it's special because it is Halloween time. So let's get this going here. We've got a little bit of that milk action. And this will go pretty nicely. And let me confirm this for you because it's been a minute since I have had good old Count Chocula. And this is some good stuff. Definitely some good stuff, I already know. Count Chocula 2023 here on Peep This Out Reviews. Finally, let's peep this out. Any other brand of Cocoa Puffs, Cocoa anything cereal is exactly the same flavor with this. So that's why it rules, because the flavor is spot on. The marshmallows add a little bit of dimension texturally. They get a little slimy as it goes here, so they're adding a little bit of extra crunch. It's not traditional marshmallow where they're soft like that. As it gets older, it gets slimier as it goes. But the flavor is vintage chocolate cereal from when you were a kid. Doesn't matter what the character is. In this case, with Count Chocula, it works. It always will work. It's legendary. It's been out for so many years. Every year, you can see why, right? I mean, it's a classic. It's so satisfying in flavor. Unfortunately, they're using the same graphic on the back because they keep pushing Carmela Creeper to try and really make sure that she is successful as possible to be added to the group. So I don't really know how that one is doing, but I know that when I got this box, they had very little of Count Chocula left, but they had a bunch of all the other ones. So I think you know where you need to be focusing your attention. I would highly recommend, if you haven't done this already, you're going to want to make sure you jump on over to either Target, Walmart, or your local store. Grab a box of this because for vintage goodness, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, for what it is, it's Count Chocula. I mean, guys, come on. Legendary, right? If you guys agree with that, give me a bat here in the chat. Give me a bat. Or better yet, you know what? I think there is actually a Dracula emoji in there. Give me a Dracula emoji, a Drac face in there if you could. That would be awesome. I'd love to see some Drac emojis as I'm enjoying this right now. Contrail, the best Carpenter movie, Big Trouble in Little China. It was a great movie. I don't think it's his best movie, but it was good. There we go. Destructinator, Klongo. Drew, we got Bats in the Belfry going on right now. Plenty of vampires in effect. Makes me want to watch a Twilight movie after. No. Speaking of vampire movies, if you guys haven't seen The Last Voyage of the Demeter, watch it. Very well done. For a little short story in the middle of Bram Stoker's Dracula, they expanded that chapter out and made a whole movie out of it. And it was pretty awesome. Wade Bowers is Team Edward for Twilight. I am Team Last Voyage of the Demeter. All right, we're going to do a couple more on this one because I'm really digging the fact that the milk, I don't know if you can tell, but it's beginning to get cocoaed up right over there. Very, very tasty right there as well. You know, I'm all about the close-ups for you. I'm trying to give you as much detail as I can. But guys, a very fun situation when it comes to Count Chocula. I'm so glad I'm finally adding this to the playlist here on the channel for the live stream replays, which are always available in the upper right-hand corner of your display. You can check out all the other goodness that is there. Let's go for one more bite and we'll wrap this one up. Hang out. I am good with this. And yes, Russ, I'm done with cereals too. There's already holiday cereals coming into my stores, and I don't want to do them. So do not worry. We are not going to be reviewing any more cereal for a while here on the channel. So this is it. So, Count Chocula, a classic favorite, a bomb situation. 10 out of 10. Obviously, it's nostalgic. It's got the flair of everything I remember when I was a kid. The character is the same naturally. Everything about this is just screaming nostalgia for me. So it pulls at my heartstrings from this 50-year-old guy on the internet right now, which is crazy. So really, really enjoyable and an easy recommendation. Give this one a shot, guys, before it leaves the stores, because you won't see it again until next holiday time, because every year they always do it. So naturally, next year, if they've got Fruit Brute, or if they've got naturally the Yummy Mummy, I think it's called, I'd like to see that. I've never had those, so I'd like to add those to the playlist, but now I can say that I've got every single one of them, minus those, for sure. So if you guys are down with Count Chocula, drop some comments down below. If you're listening to this on podcasting while you're driving, when you get home naturally, let me know what your thoughts are on Count Chocula. Does it kind of take you back to when you were a kid having cereal on a Saturday morning during the holiday time, during Halloween? Is it your all-time favorite version of the cereal naturally for this type of thing? Because they're all pretty much the same. The cocoa flavor is pretty much the same across the board. What do you guys think of Count Chocula in general? Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. Very, very tasty on this, guys. Very, very tasty indeed. All right, so before we jump into the next review, I'm going to let that sugar kind of wash away just a bit. Man, I cannot wait to watch my Halloween doubleheader tonight. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. It's the 45th anniversary of Halloween this year, guys. This came out when I was 5 years old in 1978. I was born in 73. So crazy to think about. That movie still holds up today amazingly well. It really does. So really, really good. And just so you guys know, they just announced that they're building out the Halloween universe. He thought that he was actually killed off in Halloween Ends. They're producing a TV show, supposedly, and like another range of films in some way. So they're going to kind of branch out just a little bit and do something else with it. It should be pretty interesting to see what they do. I'm excited. Naturally, Michael Myers is timeless. So whatever they do, I'm going to watch, and hopefully it's going to be pretty decent as well. I do think the best sequence of like the post era of like the new movies was the beginning of Halloween Kills, because it kind of showed you what happened right after the end of the last movie, where it shows he was kind of captured and stuff. So very, very cool in terms of what they've got going there. That look of classic Michael Myers is so menacing. So I really hope they go back to doing something like that. It should be pretty good for sure. Nehat Masera, thanks so much for jumping on. Real Don John, age is a number. Yes, it is. Sometimes I do feel it, though. I got to be honest with you. I do feel it. And again, shout outs to Bus7332 for the super chat donation. I haven't checked to see if there's any PayPal. I don't have that linked to acknowledge here. So if you guys have done anything with that, I will, of course, put you down below in the description box. Should that be the case, I am definitely on that. But thank you in advance. And thanks to all of you guys for being here tonight for sure. Nosferatu, yes, that's a classic one. And yes, that guy does look crazy, Tough Ghost, for sure. You know, I started watching Return to Salem's Lot, which I realized about maybe 15 minutes into it that it had nothing really to do with the original movie very much. And I was like, what did they make this for? You know, it was pretty bad, I gotta be honest. I watched maybe about 40 minutes of it to give it a chance. And didn't like it at all. The original Salem's Lot is classic, which they're remaking, by the way. And that was always a freaky situation with that, where the kid is like floating on the outside of the house, you know, asking to be let in and everything. There's some creepy stuff in that movie as well. Mike, if you're still watching this, Outlaws Generation, that's another one to put on your bucket list as well. And I do remember Dracula 2000 Mars. Was that Wes Craven who did that one? There was one that he did as well, too, I think. But I appreciate the Team Dracula situation with that. Let's see here. My regards to the Count. Jackie Hero Foodieries, I appreciate all of the Dracs in effect. Good times. Claw and Go, we need some Michael Myers shot of you in the mask. We'll do something right before I finish out. I'll see if I can try and put on the mask and do my outro when I do that stuff there. So we'll have a little fun with that. Even though Mike doesn't talk naturally, he just grunts and breathes. So it is what it is. So in effect, let's see here. All right, I think we're ready for the next review. Okay, if you guys are ready for this next review, give me a pumpkin here in the chat. Give me a pumpkin here in the chat to know that we're all caught up. Nick Skankin, let's see there. Hey, are you into zombie films? Yes, Day of the Dead, without a doubt. Night of the Creeps, classic. Return of the Living Dead. Yes, I have a few of those already on Blu-ray. Without a doubt. Yes, 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 yes. There we go. Destructinator 7. We got pumpkins in the house. Sticker collecting. Klon Go. I ate the bones. Thoughts on Oscar Isaac's voice for Miguel? You know, that it fits, actually, considering the character there, Tony. I mean, naturally, for Spider-Man 2099, that really, I think, does fit. For sure. And Oscar Isaac he's a very talented guy, of course. All right, so we've got plenty of pumpkins in effect here as well. And again, just like my clairvoyant brother from another, I don't know how he does it sometimes, but he does. But yes, we are going to be doing a little Hostess box opening 101 because I don't think I've ever done these. Hostess Cupcakes Iced Pumpkin Limited Edition. Guys, this was kind of a no-brainer when I saw this. I'm like, you know what? It's been a minute since I've done some Hostess goodness on the channel. Let's see if we can actually rock this one out. Even though pumpkin spice technically is really associated with more of the fall flavor in general, not necessarily Halloween, they push it around this time. So I'm kind of feeling like a shift in terms of being able to offer this earlier. That's one of the reasons they get away with doing like the August stuff for that. But we'll have to see how this is. I'm very curious to see how this is going to go, just in case. I mean, it's a cupcake. It's a classic Hostess. And, of course, we're going to do some box opening 101. And in this case, just to show you, again, these guys are not meant to be ripped and destroyed on the sides. For those of the newbies who are here, you guys may notice if you look around this, it's a nice flat side in the very back. But then you see the tabs on the side of this one and the flap in the middle as well. And then the other flap there as well too. So with the flat side, this being the back, that's what you want to make sure that you work towards. And in this case, here is the tab. So what we're going to do is box opening 101 just for Drew. We're going to actually pop the tab over here. And as we go around, we want to make sure we kind of lift up and we pull the other one open. I can do this. Let me go from the other side here because it may be a little bit easier. All right. So you get your finger under the tab. Try not to paper cut yourself. Shoot yourself all the way down this way with your finger to open up that side. And then do the same thing on the other. You just simply open the tab as well. And slide it open. Now I can do this. I am edumacated. I am edumacated. All right, so once you pop the sides naturally, ready to go, and then all you do is voila. So you have a little situation to sit on your counter to grab one, and as you can see, presentation-wise, these look pretty cool. Take a look at that. Ooh. I actually do smell a little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg in that. That actually does smell like a nice little fall situation, guys. What do you guys think? Does this look pretty good? Put a cupcake here in the chat if you think the presentation is on point. Because I gotta say, guys, this looks really cool. I mean, naturally, I'm surprised they don't put the covers the other way, so that way you can close it and then have it right side up. It's gonna be upside down. So I think, Hostess, if you're watching this, I know you're probably not, they should really flip this around to do this right. But they look pretty cool, right? Pretty nice, pretty nice. Larry says just rip the box open. I want to keep presentation. Presentation is kind of like, you know, part of it at the same time. So pretty nice with that. Pretty nice with that. All right, let's grab one because I'm only going to do one of these. And if you guys are curious, one cake is 160 calories. Carb is 27. Not bad. Fat 5. And not bad. Total servings, 8 servings, 1 cake. So you've got 8 of these guys in here. And they look good. They look really, really good. All right. Let's move Mike over here for right now. And we'll get this going. Just in case, I've got a little bit of extra milk here. That's what I've been kind of sipping in my mug. And let's do this. Let's try with this frosting. If it's going to taste any different. Obviously, it's not the chocolate cake. But man, these things have gotten smaller. These things are like little, wow, yeah, this definitely is a smaller situation here, guys. This is tiny, wow. I mean, I know it's specialty and all, but this is not like the old Hostess from back in the day. This needs to be a little bit bigger. It could be a little bit bigger because look at that. This is literally maybe a 2 or 3 biter, if that, guys. I don't know. I don't know, but we've got that little pumpkin icing strip on the very top. It looks like the vanilla frosting and the cake itself Pumpkin, I'm thinking right there. Maybe a little vanilla. Let's just give it a shot and see. It's the iced pumpkin cupcakes from Hostess. Let's peep this out. Yep. Pumpkin spice. Decent amount of cream. Almost a little bit of a gingerbread flavor. Hold on. It's a little dry, a little bit. Not as moist as I would have liked. Flavor is pretty good though. A decent amount of cream on the inside. And as you can see, that ice factor, I want to say maybe it's a little bit on the vanilla side, or maybe it's got a little bit of nutmeg with it because it's definitely lighter. But the cream is vintage Hostess goodness there. Let's keep going in. It's very small though. It really is, like literally a 2 or 3 biter. I'm probably just gonna kill this with the next bite. I like it though. The cream in the middle, it's kind of making up for the light denseness that I'm getting, if that's such a thing, light denseness. Only because it's small, it's light, but it's dense. The flavor is good. It's just that it's very small. So I think that the cream in the middle is making up for the fact that it may be a little drier with the cake surrounding it. It's not really like a buttery type of richness that I was kind of expecting it to be. The regular cupcakes are, but the cream is kind of helping smooth things over just a little bit. So it's not bad. Is it worth 160 calories for what it is? I mean, I guess it is what it is. From what I remember, it was a little bit more. It was a higher calorie thing with the original cupcakes back in the day. So because they were bigger, I mean, naturally. So I like the icing on this one. I think it's a tasty little treat. Do make sure that you've got a little bit of something to drink on the side because it really is a little on the drier side just on its own. But it's tasty. I'm glad that I'm trying this finally here on the channel. Is it better than, say, the pumpkin spice Twinkie? I say that I think the Twinkie is going to be a little bit richer, a little bit more moist from what I remember from back in the day. This actually, because of the icing and the frosting naturally that it's got in the middle of it, that's kind of it's depending on that to my understanding of how this tastes right now. So I like it. Am I going to enjoy these? I'll definitely have these every once in a while, but it's just all right for what it is. So let's go for one more bite. We'll wrap up this part of the review with the rating coming up next. But guys, it is what it is. Let's just give it a go. The flavor is good. It's just as you begin to chew it, it just gets very dry. And the cream is trying to be there. But then it begins to bunch up in the corner of your mouth. So it's not as moist as I would have liked it to be, but considering what it is, the flavor of pumpkin is nice on that. So the essence of pumpkin spice, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, almost like a gingerbread type. But again, in that classic shape of the iconic cupcake from Hostess. So it is what it is. On a scale of 1 to 10, this one's pretty easy. I'm going to go 7.1. 7.1. It's definitely an above average cupcake. And for like a fast, quickie name brand cupcake from the market, it's not bad. You know, it's really not. But like I said, if they really wanted to improve upon this, I'd recommend doing something with the main batter that they're using with this to add a little bit of oil or something to it. Maybe like a little olive oil or something to kind of give it a little bit more richness because it's a little on the dry side. I like the frosting. I love the appearance. It's definitely festive for the fall holiday. I'm glad to finally check this out. I don't think I would get this again after this box is gone. But at the same time, I'm glad I gave it a go finally. And I have until October 24th of this year. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, shoot. Are these expired? They are. By what, 3 days? Take a look at that. October 24th, 2023. What is going on here right now? Oh no, what's going to happen to me at midnight? Am I going to turn into a pumpkin? What is going to go on with this? Oh, something's going on. What's happening right now? Wow, I didn't even notice that. Wow, I don't know if I'm going to be eating these as we go. We're going to have to see what's going on here right now. That's crazy. I didn't even think to look at that because, I mean, I figured, come on, it's going to be at least somewhat in the range. I mean, if he goes a few days past the expiration, that's just the sell-by date. It doesn't mean that they're bad. But at the same time, it doesn't make me feel good either. So I'm going to see how I am. If you don't see me here after the next stream, not next week, but the week after, just know you've got your content coming that's locked in the system right there. But at the same time, with this stuff, we'll see. But iced pumpkin cake with a creamy filling that just happens to be past its expiration date by 3 days. Happy Halloween, Ian. Happy Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, right? Oh my God, it's goodness there. Goodness, goodness, goodness. All right. Scott Messersmith, you know, I usually do look at the dates of these things. I do, but I don't know. That kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. I think that Michael Myers sold them to you. Real Don John. There you go. Oh, I didn't know Hostess expired. Those are from Halloween 2021. You know, with the preservatives in them, probably. We'll have to see there. We have a spot here on the West Coast called Grocery Outlet that I actually went to with Funky Fresh not that long ago. And there's a lot of stuff that once it goes slowly past or closer to the expiration dates, they load them up there and they discount them heavily. That's a situation that I think probably could have been a lot less had I gone there to buy that. I have a feeling, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Guys, let me take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you guys for joining me here tonight, the final stream of October, guys. We are into November as of next week. Kind of crazy to think how fast this year is going, and then we're going to be inundated with all the election stuff coming up for 2024 for the remaining portion or the beginning of 2024 on to November. So it's going to be a deafening situation with that. We're all going to just stick together and just focus on what we can control, stay away from the noise. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen next year naturally there. But when it comes to here on the channel, guys, I can't thank you enough for your love and support. Everyone who has signed up for channel memberships as well by hitting that join button down below, or even the subscribe button down below as well. Thank you for doing that and for making a difference here on the channel, making it a little bit easier to do what I need to do and making just everything just that much more impactful at the same time. Watch for more new content, of course. And ways that we can enhance those levels that you're going to see there, so those of you guys can just rest easy knowing that you guys are part of probably one of the closely knit communities, I feel personally, here on YouTube in the food review community. I always say that you guys are definitely familia, you're not fans. And that's one of the reasons I call them the familia memberships here on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys definitely being here and being part of the story that is Peep This Out reviews here on YouTube. And I'm just glad to add my voice to the conversation. We've got some amazing peeps in the community that do it right and that are just having so much fun. And you can feel that infectiousness on screen with them. Jackie Hero Food Reviews, Drew's Food Reviews, all the amazing peeps in the community who have been doing it for years. There's so many people that are out there. And all the newbies who are doing it as well too. There's always new people throwing their hat into the ring, which is always great to see. So for those of you guys, keep doing what you're doing and definitely keep pumping out that content. The food review niche is alive and well here on YouTube naturally. And then, of course, with the holidays coming up, how bad is that going to be with all the stuff coming back that we may have reviewed already, but seeing the newer things, I'm excited to see what's going to be happening there. So I hope you guys have a very safe Halloween. Whatever you do, please be careful. Do not drink and drive. Get an Uber, get a Lyft, call a friend. Make sure that you guys just do things responsibly. Have a backup plan in the event of. Don't take candy from strangers. And if you're going trick-or-treating, just be careful. That's all I have to say is just be careful. So let's see here. Tony Montana, yeah, don't worry. I'm sure you'll be fine. Didn't taste anything bad, anything. Whatever, it's all good. I'm sure you'll be fine and stuff. I think so. I think so too. I'm going to have some regular dinner, I think, right after this too right now. I'm going to cook a turkey patty on the grill here and just have some regular food to kind of help absorb just in case. We'll see. But again, if anything should change, if you don't see me for the next, after the stream, not next Friday, the following Friday, we'll have to see what's up, but I'll be in communication with you guys and just, watch my page naturally for anything communicated. And of course on IG, you guys have all the handles down below to follow me as well too. So have a very safe holiday. Again, I'm going to be here in the chat for another minute or so until the stream ends and it boots me out. So I'll try and answer as much as I can. Watch a bunch of horror movies this weekend. Start tonight. You've got a whole bunch of choices that you've heard throughout this evening here from the wonderful peeps here in the chat as well as myself. So do check out all of those films. They're all amazing. They're all awesome. And good times across the board. This replay will be up tomorrow on the 28th, Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you'll have a brand new piece of content that I have on the docket for you for Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then most likely something on Halloween, I have a feeling. So just watch out, for that naturally. They're just to round out the last day of the month, of course. So shout outs to all you guys again. I appreciate all of you guys, all my channel members, all my Patreons as well, too. They're all the good times that we're going to have with that as we go. And all the fun merch stuff and all the good stuff that's out there as well. Take a look at the store. You'll see all those newer things. I've just been busy doing a lot of different things, which is pretty awesome. So let me jump on over here real quick. I'm going to round this out. A very happy Halloween. Say goodbye to the background here, guys, because this is the last time you're going to see it live. Of course, it will live on forever on replay. But I've had a lot of fun this holiday season. I'm already feeling a little depressed already because this is going to be changed into the other stuff. But it'll still be fun. It'll still be fun. So here we go. Let me wrap it up for you real quick. And with that, this is Ian K closing out the Friday night live stream, but right before Halloween, guys, the final weekend before Halloween. Like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, guys. Good times across the board. I had so much fun tonight with you. And you know what? I totally messed up on what we were supposed to do. And that is, I'm doing it again for you. All right, let's do this the right way. Michael Myers doing it on the way out. Okay, there we go. Finally, let's redo it real quick, guys. And with that, this is Michael Myers closing out the Friday night live stream. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. And of course, I'll see you next year. It is what it is, guys. I will talk to you soon. And with that, peace. I'm out.